Hello and welcome to the Shakhtar to Glory episode 52 of this challenge. We're trying to take Shakhtar Donetsk to, well, European Champions League glory. Last time out we did face, I believe it was Bayern Munich, wasn't it? In the, well, it was a remarkable second leg game, wasn't it? Was it 5-1, 6-1 in the end? It's been about a week since I filmed. I've just been a bit crazy. We had the bank holiday, so it probably wasn't that long, but we had the bank holiday. But yeah, it's 5-1, and well, after a 3-1 defeat at their ground, we looked all but out really. But that remarkable 5-1 win, still a bit lost for words for it now really. So yeah, so it gets us through to the semi-final, and then obviously with that semi-final we drew Athletico Madrid. So we've had them in our groups this year, so we know all about them. We won one, we lost one. If you took those two games over in aggregate, we would be through this time, but it's not going to be that easy. We need to do the job again. I can't remember exactly who the other draw was. I think it was Juventus and Man United, I think it was. So either way, the final, should we get there, will be a very tough ask. We have had a couple of games domestically since that Bayern game. So we went into Athletico, obviously our affiliate team. We beat them 2-0. Romero and Lukacevic with the goals. We did lose Ischenko for, well, a significant amount of time. He probably will miss the rest of the season, so that's a bit of a shame. We've got cover with the two at the back system. In the league, not so much. Although we do have this Rojas guy and Solis who have come in, they can play there, so we kind of do. We're kind of okay. Pretty standard result really. They didn't trouble us, and yeah, 2-0 win. We're playing Strand Larsen as much as we can, trying to get him some game time, trying to get him to boost up a little bit. He's getting there, but he's not really knocking the goals in just yet. He's playing quite well, but he's still learning that poacher role. So a bit of game time we figured would help that. He has got one goal in 2 games for Norway, so he's not a bad player. Obviously, he's just sort of learning the Shakhtar way, I guess, at the moment. Follow that up with a 2-0 win against Karpaty. Oh, I do mean to say, after that Elizabeth game, it popped up in the news that Dynamo Kiev had sacked their manager. I can't remember who that was exactly. Wasn't really up to it this season. I mean, he kept up with us for a little bit, but I guess, but not really. But again, a completely rotated team in this one. We've got the Fininho guy, Brazilian, who come through our youth academy. He's doing okay. He's played a game or two. Nikishkin did unfortunately get injured for some time, I think 8 days and 3 weeks. So he'll miss probably a few of the league games now that he possibly would have got some game time in. But he's not really a long-term solution. If we can get something out of him, that'd be quite good. It's just because he scored those 2 goals in his debut. I thought there might be a little bit more to him, but possibly not. He's playing okay though. He's hitting 7s quite regularly. Barco and Yaremchuk with the goals in this game, and again, not too much to add. You can see they played 4-5-1, quite defensive in this game, but they were never going to trouble us. It's just damage and limitation. I think a lot of teams against us, that's what they do. And that Karpaty game, Kiev actually drew their league game, so that actually secured us the league. We'll have a look at the league table shortly. In fact, Karpaty was the cup. It wasn't the league game, it was the cup semi-final. So again, we put the weak team out, but it was enough to get past a relatively poor Karpaty team, really. And then Dynamo Kiev, we were 3-0 up, cruising the game. Lukacevic, Romero and Barco, the 74th minute penalty, gave us the goals. But then 89 and 93rd minute, they hit back. They were never in any danger of getting back in the game. They should never have really scored those 2 goals. I think they literally had 2 goals, 2 shots on target, I think, and 3 shots on target, and that was it. We weren't at our best, but we were more than ample. So in terms of the Premier League now, we've played 1 less game than Kiev, but we are champions. There's only a couple of games left to go now, I think. Let's have a quick look at the schedule. League game wise, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, so there's 15 points up for grabs. We're, what's that, nearly 22 of a game in hand, I think that is. Just doing some quick maths there. Hopefully getting to the semi-final Champions League again will see us, the league here, we're currently, the league, Premier League is still in the 9th. If we can jump up a spot or 2 in the next couple of seasons, I think that would be helpful, but we do need the other teams to sort of jump in and help us out a little bit. So we'll have a look probably at the end of the season how those teams did, but I think without further ado, we will just jump into the game against Atletico Madrid. We are at home for the first leg. The team's set up. We'll have a look at those lineups in a moment. But we've got Borakye. I've put him back in the front line again for this game. Was tempting to go with Isao because he did score 4 goals against them in the last time we played them, but He is, of course, on the bench. We've got Rodrigo on the left, Boyachuk on the right, Oya, Fred and Fernandez, South American contingent in the middle there. I think Oya's Argentinian. Oh, are they all Brazilian then? They're all Brazilian. Matvienko at left back. We've got Rakitsky or Detz. In fact, no, we don't want... Did that wrong. It's not Matvienko at left back. It is Leo. Rakitsky or Detz and Butko at the back. And then Shevchenko in goal. I think Givitsov is still injured. He is. Ischenko is injured. And I think there's one other injury lurking about there somewhere. Not too sure. I thought there was. But on the bench, we've got Nabry, Santos, the other Leo, rather. Malinovsky, Vizeo, Matvienko, Paulinho, and Yaremchuk. So very forward, a lot of attacking options on the bench. So we obviously can do what we did against Bayern Munich and just switch up our system if we need to. We've done it a few times in the Champions League and it hasn't really come to anything. But against Bayern, it just changed the game and changed the tie. Again, the computer was a little bit slow getting us into the game, but we're here now. So we can see they are playing a 4-4-2, very Simeone. Costa and Griezmann up front, very much similar to the lineup that knocked Arsenal out of the Europa League in the semi-final, unfortunately. Certainly up front. We've got Koke, Havertz, Saul, Ortiveros in midfield. We've got Bernat, Jimenez, Godin, and Vidma in there, and Oblak in goal. They've got Gamiro still, they've got Malo, Kasper Dolberg, Vitolo, Iran, I don't know him so much, or Okoli, he's the sub-goalie. We know a little bit about the starting 11, we know we can get about them. And we'll get into the game. We are shooting right to left in the orange, they're in their blue kit. Shooting left to right. So 15 minutes in nearly, and neither team has had a shot at this point, and this is the first highlight. But it is ours. We have the chance to sort of get something going here. Rodrigo, can he find something? He finds Oya in the middle to Barakyi, and Barakyi within 14 minutes, first shot of the game, gives us the lead. And well, that's what he's in there for, isn't it? We mentioned it in the last game. Barakyi is just goals. He does what he's Ronseal. He just does what he says on the tin. He put him up front, he's going to score some goals, and lovely composed finish. And he gives us a lovely 1-0 lead against Athletico Madrid. Obviously, at home, we've got to be very, very careful with the away goals here. And Diego Costa picks up a knock as well, which is even more of a benefit and more of a bonus. He's looking frustrated, so I mean, when he gets frustrated, he likes to lash out and get sent off and get a few red cards, so hopefully that can be something that happens as well. So they do have a highlight just before half time, but we do clear it. Barakyi to Boyachuk. Can he find an out ball? He does. Rodrigo. Looks like Barakyi might be running through. No, we got a knock as well, Fernandez, but it just popped up that Diego Costa has got a knock. We might need to look at Fernandez at some point here. But we'll do, if Costa doesn't go off at half time, we'll maybe look at trying to target him a little bit defensively. Oh, but Griezmann's through here. Don't let the injured man score. And of course he does. Of course he does. I said we were going to target him after half time. We should have done it before. But I mean, they knock it around quite nicely, but Griezmann gets through far, far too easily, and the ball, Costa's got 2 on him. And he's injured, and he still gets it. Now, Fernandez has got that knock. We have got Malinovsky on the bench, but he's not really the best solution for that position. I did look at it at the start of the game and think that was maybe somewhere we need to put someone on the bench and maybe take a forward player off. So we're going to get asserted. They seemed to somewhat enjoy that talk, but we took that one ourselves off Izzy rather than the assistant. We kick off here. Can we get a nice quick... No, hopefully they don't, but they have taken Costa off. He's done the damage. He's got his goal. Now he goes off, and we've got 3 people on. We had 3 people on him then, Gamiro, and he's still got the ball to Griezmann. So we do have another chance here. Butko, he is on a booking, but he loses out. Here's Griezmann with a chance to run, and no one's picking up Gamiro. We're all just ball watching at the moment and running to the ball, and Griezmann gets the second away goal. Oh, this is just falling apart. Looking so good, looking so comfortable in a really tight nothing game. And then our players have just lost their heads and just gone mad. All just being drawn out of position far too easily. I mean, it looks like Atletico are just going to... Oh, Gamiro's through now. 3-1. This is just getting absurd. Obviously, we lost the Bayern game first leg 3-1, but that was away. We got the away goals. we've now given them 3 away goals. So I mean, we need what at this rate? We need a 3-0 win. Yeah, 3-0 win, or a 3-1 to go to extra time. I'm not even going to bother making subs at this point because I'll be honest. I think we're done this year. I think we're done. I don't have the same confidence of. I mean, I wasn't overly confident with the Bayern game, but we had the away goal. There was something there. At home is where we've been so good this year, and we've just fallen apart in this game. And they have a corner. If they make it 4, we can definitely rule this as being finished. Wojciech with a chance to break. Can he create something? 3-2, maybe we sort of still have a chance. And it's a corner. We probably won't even get it. We do. Oh yeah. We're certainly not going to score from it. And we haven't, obviously. Still a chance from the follow-up, but we get a free kick. Again, we don't get the free kick. I mean, what's the point of that highlight? 3-1. End of the game. Not much more to say about that, really. Quite an even contest. I'd say 3-1 is slightly harsh. They just... You know, it says sympathise. I'm not sympathising with anything. G them up. So... What we'll do, we'll play the, I think we've got 1 game in between to try and, yeah, we've got Alexandria, who I think are 3rd, they are never going to get 2nd, battling sort of between 3rd and 5th, between 3rd and 6th is quite tight. Zerka can't cross that line, so these ones here can't get any higher than that 7th spot, and these can't drop, obviously, below. I think that's how the group works and how the split works, but Alexandria, minus 13 goal difference in 3rd. I mean, that tells the story itself. So we'll play that game offline, and then we'll come back for, yeah, I think it's just the 1 game it is, away at Athletico Madrid. Some thinking to do, what we need to do in that game. Maybe have a look back at the game we beat them last time, but obviously that was at home, so a bit tough. But yeah, we'll come back for that game. In the meantime, if you want to drop a like on this video, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. Drop me a comment as well, and while you're there, you know, please do feel free to drop a sub to my channel. Trying to really grow the channel, build it up, and the way to do that is just to see, you know, the likes, the comments, and the subscribers. So yeah, until next time, I will see you later. Take care.